What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Soul Brothers, Solana's finest podcast. My name is Simon, and I'm going to throw you into the Solana rabbit hole, show you around in our exciting ecosystem, and have some interesting, meaningful or not so meaningful conversations with some chats in the space. And today, I am joined by nobody less than the most famous mid-tier manager of whole Solana Foundation, which is Vibhu. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Simon? You're also joined by your girlfriend.
That is part of the show. Yep, that is part of the show. It usually happens. Happened also last time. Thanks for jumping on, Vibhu. I'm excited to have a chat with you today. I quote Vibhu, mid-tier manager is not merely a title, it is a lifestyle. What the heck happened with all this? Like, we have to, before we do anything else, I want to unpack this lore here, because some people might I missed it initially as well. I was like, what's his role anymore? Like,
it's kind of, it's kind of funnier if you don't know the lore, if you take it seriously. Like yesterday I was on I did a space with the CEO of CoinLists and some other folks, and they hadn't seen the lore, so they just took my title from my Twitter and put it on the graphic. It was hilarious. I don't know. I was on a plane for a couple hours flying to New York for the Wall Street event, and I found myself in a Twitter battle for the ages with somebody, and eventually they just laid this legendary copy pasta now on me, and they ordained me with the title of mid-tier manager. And when you get a title like that from
they were serious.
Well, they were serious, but I think when you get a title like that, you have to just embrace it. It's like it's part of the lore now, so I love it.
It is. We are the mid-tier managers. We run the dashboards. We onboard the builders. We die in Notion. We live and die in Notion. I would correct you. I think these are your words, by the way. I have them in my notes. Something along these lines. I love it. It's really cool. It is kind of the janitor job, because it is. I mean, there's a lot to unpack, really, because what's it like to work at Foundation? Maybe that is a good way to start. Like, because you joined 4 months ago, 5 months ago, you've been there now for a few months. So I think you have a good picture. How do you compare it with other work experiences you had so far? I mean, you had your own ventures a lot. We're going to dive into that, but what does it feel like to work for Solana Foundation? Because we don't know.
It's different for me because most of my life I've been a founder, so and the times where I was not a founder, I was effectively like just a software engineer, like an IC. So this is a pretty new experience for me personally. So Foundation is it's not quite a startup size, right? I think there's about 70 people here.
Okay. Bit bigger.
And what's that?
It's a bit bigger than a startup, I would say. Like, it is.
Yeah,
but
it's not so big that it's not so big that you don't know everybody. So I know every single person there and know them by name. I could recognize them. Once you get to like the Dunbar number or whatever, like 150, you start like I remember at Nest, which was maybe 200 when I was there. You see people and you just like don't know who they are or what they do. That's not true for Foundation. Foundation is like there's like parts of that are seen, and then there are parts of it that are kind of unseen.
What's unseen?
Unseen is like there's a whole ops team that's doing accounting and legal and contracts and operations and all that kind of stuff. Someone has to do it, and they do it well.
Of course. I'm kidding.
And then there's like the more public folks that you all know. The majority of the people that work at Foundation work on the growth team or in the BD function in some way. So it's a very BD focused kind of entity overall. The marketing team itself, which I work on, is only a couple of people, probably like 5, not including events. It's I don't know, maybe 4 people, including events. It might be 7 or 8.
Wait a second. So the Solana Foundation marketing team is 4 people. That's what you're saying.
Not including events.
Sure. Okay. Like IRL stuff, obviously Solana is doing a very unique.
5. Sorry, 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like 4 plus 5
It's-
too. Like,
It's quite small compared to, I mean, from what I've learned, compared to other crypto foundations,
yeah,
it is a fraction of the size.
100%. I mean, the whole foundation is quite small, honestly. Like 70 people. Like even Consensus has 900 employees, and they're not even a foundation. They're not running a blockchain. They
Yeah.
just have a wallet and a few other products. But
Yeah.
it is.
To be fair,
Yeah,
I think
pretty-
Labs and Anza might have more staff than the foundation. I mean, we're
Sure.
intentionally small. That's part of the mandate
Mhm.
and kind of the vision. Like
Mhm.
like the bigger it is, the more money the foundation spends. So it's not
So
necessarily.
what's the,
Yeah.
in your opinion, what is the integral mission of the foundation really? Like, why do we need it? Why do we need Solana Foundation? What's their role of them inside this whole ecosystem, next to the builders, next to Colosseum, next to super teams, next to the VCs we have, like Multicoin that are deeply embedded, next to infrastructure? Like, what's foundation's kind of mission and main
Yeah.
objective?
Well, first of all, a foundation is like, it is like a part of the foundational story of Solana. Like it was created in a time when the kind of meta for launching a cryptocurrency was to build a foundation offshore with the labs and to build products. So it does, like, I think the structure is kind of 5-6 years old now. What we do is things that no one else in the ecosystem would be willing to do from a capital perspective, because it wouldn't be necessarily profitable for them immediately, or maybe there's no one kind of thinking about those things. For example, very important function of the foundation, open source support. We invest in open source projects. It's hard for people to make money building open source, but we do it to help the ecosystem grow and have better tools to build. One of the most important things we do on the capital side is our stake delegation program. Foundation supply, I believe this is public, but somewhere around 10% of the Solana stake is part of the delegation program, and the foundation invests in validators that have contributions to the ecosystem. And then we also run marketing. We kind of own the IP, the word Solana, like the trademark and the brand. We operate the social media accounts that have the word Solana. That's obviously on my team. So those three things combined are kind of like the pillars of the foundation. And I would say not just open source, but also we're also investing in growth, like holistically. Like if there's, if there are ideas that we're excited about, and they couldn't be funded by a VC for X, Y, or Z reasons, or they're an institution and they need help getting over the line, they need resources, et cetera. I think foundation's kind of there. We don't make money. That's the big difference between us and a normal company. The only thing we do is invest and spend. Like that's
nice.
And so like long term, we won't be here. This is a short term gig. We'll see how short term it is. Probably not that short term, but it isn't designed to be here forever.
So I had Gianni from the growth team on Soul Brothers as well a while ago. We sat together in Singapore, and
I watched that one. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. It's like she's actually one of the, like, a great example of, in my opinion, what happens under the hood and behind the curtains to an extent, because we don't see everyone, because you're loud on Twitter, right? You can't neglect that. You enjoy your shit posting and obviously valuable posting as well. And that is important. We need these figures. Totally just the same thing. Like we need these figures on Twitter, obviously, right? But then I think individuals like Gianni are doing a lot of heavy lifting in the back, and people don't really see that. And when I talked to her, I realized that I'm like, hell yeah, like you have so many fucking talented people with crazy backstories and ties into all sorts of ecosystems. I think foundation is a fucking hack for Solana. And it started with Lily, of course. Like she did a lot of good work. We can't neglect that.
Yeah, Lily and Dan for sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the folks that work on that side, I mean, I would love for them to tweet more, and she's starting to get in the trenches a little bit. She just posted an awesome Bitcoin thread, but yeah, like, I think we're not quite, I think there was like an idea that we were like a kind of like the government officials or something. I'd like to think that we don't have like quite that much influence. I think we
Mm.
maybe we think we do, but like Solana is really truly in every sense like a decentralized, loose collective of founders and builders who, like, there are plenty of people that exist outside the foundation, like Mert, for example, that do way more important work than we do over here, and that's kind of by design.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of a living organism, the whole Solana ecosystem, I would say. And, there's a bunch of organs and things of that organism that have crucial functionalities. If you take them out, fucking thing dies probably slowly. So there are some, that are very integral to it, but you can also replace them. But like each of them are very important. And Foundation, the way Gianni put it, Foundation, one of the main priorities, and if you listen to it, it, is to sell block space. So basically just bring business to Solana. Like, make sure there's usage of the blockchain. Like, just sell block space out there, talk to institutions. And she's pushing a lot with her Bitcoin agenda, right? Like, bring Bitcoin on Solana because we want to have all assets on the chain, which is a narrative right now that's pretty hot, especially after Zcash. So I think that is, like, would you say that's an accurate way to describe what Foundation is doing in like a single sentence? Like, our job is to sell block space, and bring liquidity in.
I heard her say that. I mean, I feel like in some cases, yes, and in other cases, we are trying to find. We want, like, it's better for us to enable founders and builders to build platforms that do that, as a business, because us directly doing that has a shelf life. But yeah, I mean, that's an interesting way to put it for sure.
I guess it should be diminishing in relevance for the ecosystem, the actual heavy lifting from Foundation, which I think is the case, and it should be delegated more into the ecosystem with some setups.
Ideally, yes.
I want to actually at this moment, because I want to talk a little bit about Vibo as well here in this show today. But so that's going to be, if you're listening to this right now, if you're on the stream, if you're in the recording, we're going to get to know Vibo a little bit better for people that don't know him so well. But before that, I want to get some hot takes from you on some of the open topics that are right now kind of relevant and have been relevant on Solana recently as well. Might be a bit spicy takes here and there as well. Give it to us. One thing is, for example, Western Union. Okay. Big win for Solana, looks really bullish, is pretty great. I think in the essence, it means a huge payment provider that is very legacy tech and from the old economy is now embracing Solana and putting Solana transactions out in the world using their infrastructure, which is great because we need the rails to use Solana in the world that are already implemented, like Visa and MasterCard. It's working right now to an extent with like all the debit cards, but for Western Union, they would directly use Solana to send payments around. What's your take on that collaboration? First of all, I want your honest, your personal take on that. How significant is it? Is it a lot of let's see how honest you can be here. But is it a lot of noise and a lot of marketing and a lot of PR, or how much substance is behind that? How good is that actually for the ecosystem? Because we see these flashy announcements sometimes, and then 5 weeks later we're like, what happened again? Let's unpack that a little bit before I ask more mean questions regarding Western Union.
Right. I mean, I think the fundamentals of the announcement is that Western Union is launching a stablecoin, which is what every single institution is either doing or thinking about. It's not like they invented the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like they're building a stablecoin, like, and if you are going to build a stablecoin today, you're picking between, realistically, if you're global, a couple of networks. And oftentimes going to deploy on many different networks. Our payments team has been helping institutions launch stablecoins on Solana for a long time. So I think the core of the announcement is pretty straightforward. It took on a life of its own as an announcement because Western Union has been the canonical example of a business that crypto is going to replace for a long time. We always think about it as all the money transmittance and everything
remittances is going to replace.
Remittances. So it's kind of I think it has I think it ended up being this crossover of meme value in a way. which made it feel like much bigger in that than any other kind of stable coin that we've announced. Like we've announced plenty of stable coins.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so that's the fundamentals. Like, is it good for Solana? Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, I think we like the one thing it did is because that announcement got so much publicity. I mean, the Western Union announcement, I'm pretty sure I looked at the data. At least by social media engagement, is the biggest announcement that the Solana handle's ever done.
Really?
By raw engagement.
Wow, that would be okay.
Like insane level of reach on
and
this.
I think we know why. Because there has been a bit.
We all know why.
Yes. There's controversial is always good, to an extent.
Well,
I mean, what's your take on it? Yeah.
I didn't understand what you meant by that. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I think it was getting reach. I think that got reach in crypto Twitter. I think the story itself got a reach. All over the place. I mean, we had a Wall Street Journal exclusive. Like Solana normally does not get that kind of press. So first of all, like on the FUD, like Solana did not pay. Just to be very clear, Solana did not pay $25 million or even $50 million. I should say the opposite way. They did not pay $50 million or even $25 million to Western Union to launch stablecoin on Solana. And
some guy made this up and went viral.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure because I'm not. This person has made up stuff about Solana many times over, but I think that Western Union went to a lot of crypto foundations and asked for $50 million. I think that might be actually true.
Okay. Could be.
But no one would be willing to do that. Like realistically, no one would be willing to do that today. Not in today's market. And certainly, like lots of institutions come trying to grant farm from you name it, right? And sometimes they're successful and sometimes they're not. Foundation is pretty principled. Like we like if we are to spend $1, it always directly ties back into milestones, always ties back into activity on the network. And kind of like it has to grow, it has to be requisite with what's actually happening. We don't, as a rule, we just don't pay for narrative stuff. And then there's a good reason why. We had the biggest day in the ecosystem in a long time last week with the Western Union announcement and the Solana ETF approval in the same day. And the price was down like 5%. So if you think that, if you're working in crypto and you think that like paying for narrative things is going to pump your price, like objectively you're wrong, and I can show you exactly why. We had the biggest announcements, the most distribution ever, and the price went down. So there's like, it would be pretty stupid for us to do that. And this foundation is not, we're not stupid people. That's for sure. Like, so anyway.
Okay. Was it timing as well for Western Union? Do you think that was also smart? Because right now there's a lot of heat around Solana when it comes to institutions. There's a lot of word of mouth already going on. I feel like everyone's talking about Solana, even though I'm not there. But that's what Twitter suggests me and what my friends suggest me that are in institutional circles. Like, it is a topic now definitely more than a year ago. So maybe now an announcement like that hits as well right now. It's like
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, Solana is everywhere right now. We just started this kind of like out of home campaign in New York City and San Francisco.
Yep.
Like we're getting Solana. We just came out of the DAT season into the ETF season, so we were also just getting a lot of play in traditional like financial news and circles. So I think there was like a lot of activation up to this, and it's one of the first like larger kind of like brands that we've announced is coming to Solana. There's a lot more coming, but that was like I think the timing definitely helped. I was gonna say that the good thing is like this announcement has so much distribution that we got a ton of inbound, a lot of inbound related to this. So I think it's just hard. It's hard to like to say that there was any bad outcome from it. I think this like meme of how much we paid is going to like live forever in Twitter. Like people keep posting like, oh, I'm building this thing. Will you give me $25 million? It is That's crypto.
But it doesn't matter,
It doesn't
right? Like
what it
it
is.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah. No one gives a shit. Like it's exactly, it is what it is, and it's usually the people that are trying to just fud Solana because they're still they have emotionally and financially heavy load on other ecosystems, so they don't want to accept their fate. So it's usually these kind of people that are loudest, right? Which is totally fine. Like, it doesn't really, like, if you look at the fundamentals right now, I think things are going pretty well, aside from the price. We kind of need to leave that out right now at this time. But the fundamentals around the price of the blockchain are looking really strong this year. Revenues up.
The product
TVL
is good.
looks
Yeah.
good.
I would say, like, I there's a lot of things about our fundamentals that we're disappointed by and that we want to improve. I don't think like we're resting on our laurels.
Okay, that's good.
You know, price is independent of that, but I don't want to. Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
Like, well,
there's only so much I can do. Like, but yeah.
No, I hear you. Another controversial topic, Vivo, and I don't think you're too deep involved with that, but maybe you have a take on it, which is validator related and delegation program related, because they're scaling it down. Have you heard that? Like, are you aware of the fact that the SFDP, the Solana Foundation Delegation Program for validators, is being not wind down, but it's being scaled down in the size of delegation validators can get? Is that a topic that reached you because you're not working in that niche?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, because when I see like core ecosystem contributors have, with spicy thoughts, I usually go inside to figure out what's happening.
Yeah. And there's a lot of
think that's
around that topic.
Yeah. I think that's first of all, like, long term I don't think this is like similar to the foundation, maybe not existing in the future. Like, this is a program that probably at some far point in the future wouldn't exist either. I think that the foundation kind of guaranteed profitability for a lot of validators for a long time, based on the size, and therefore, like, there was a kind of incentive to try to, like, game your validator to receive stake from us and earn. And so I think part of what's happened is that the SFDP people here have been trying to make sure that it's like kind of there's organic interest in being a participant in the ecosystem. Like, there was, I think, a lot of validators who had zero external stake and they were entirely funded by SFDP. That is not a good thing for us to be doing. Like, it doesn't, like, it's just not helpful. It's not helpful.
Yeah, it's kind of fake decentralization, right? Because it looks like it's decentralized because there's a lot of small validators that are, validating blocks and are being active, but then they are not sustainable by themselves anyway. So it's kind of foundation again, who's pulling the strings anyway.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, it's not why. I don't think that's why it happened. It's more that we were being, like, because of the way the program worked. Like, you could apply and get stake, and there was probably, like, not as much discipline and diligence as there is right now in terms of receiving that stake. We want what is ideal for that program is to, use it as investment in real decentralization, investment in new use cases for validators. There's a lot of interesting things happening on the validator side, including, like, there's probably news this week that I know about on that side. Like, it's actually a really healthy and interesting kind of space in Solana right now at the protocol level.
Yeah, it is.
So I think, hopefully the team is kind of reallocating those resources and putting them into much better hands. Other than that, like, I can't really comment too much more. I would love to. I just don't know enough about everything else.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I just wanted, like, your high level take. That makes sense. I think it brings a little bit of light on the whole topic. And there's a lot of people that have no idea what's happening, actually. That's why I like to talk about these things as well, because on an infrastructure level, there's a lot of things that are just in the Discord or in the Solana forum, and no one really knows what's happening. And those topics are important. Like, all the SIMDs, like the proposal, they are inherently changing base infrastructure on Solana, which is basically what everything else is built upon. That's important, not only for price, that's important for the whole kind of technical stack that we're building on. So those things
complicated, man. Yeah, it's
Yep,
not
it
it's
is.
not only stake, it's also that you have malicious validators, of people doing vote lagging. You have people who are directly damaging the performance of the network, who get propped up by the delegation program. Like there's it's just a vector where, like many things in crypto, where like you have economic attacks, and those you need to figure out how to deal with those. And if you let them go on too long, then you have a lot of a lot of
Yeah.
problems. Yeah.
While we're at that topic, we will have one more addition to the whole validator topic, but only if we can talk about it, because we might not be able to talk about it. When this episode goes out, the topic will be revealed. Right now, it's, I think, still an hour before. There is something new being pushed out today. Starts with an H, and some people know because they created content for it. And you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. It's related to validators and how they how the blocks are being built and sent to validators and who wins them and so on. I don't know if you've been involved in that push. You probably not. Not too much.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, good. Then we're gonna skip that topic. That's fine. Like, people will see it on the timeline anyway today, because I think something is related to that's going on. But maybe you don't know what I mean, and I can't say it because I don't know if I can. So moving on. I think another last topic before I want to talk a little bit more about you and some personal advice around your journey for people who are interested in that. Another Solana related topic is Solana the brand, which is very unique when it comes to brand building on Solana. And I believe it's a big chunk of your job right now, because you're not just a mid-tier manager, you're actually working in the marketing department. Do you have an official role, Vibhu? That's still kind of...
Yeah, my official title on paper is product marketing czar. I think of myself as
that is your
marketing.
official.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
But that's great. Product marketing, which is that's very highly important of a topic for a complex thing like Solana. How the fuck do you do product marketing well for Solana? Which is like what do you do? Like, because from what I see, it's a lot of online marketing, Twitter related. That's a big chunk of it. Like what goes out on Twitter, right? What else do you do? Like, are you also behind the physical campaigns that are going on in New York and San Francisco? Because that's also new. What are some of the things that work really well so far when it comes to product marketing since you are there?
Yeah. All the above. Like we mentioned earlier in the call, like the team's pretty small. So, maybe it's not like a traditional set of things that I do, but it's what's required. Probably the most like visible thing is running all of our socials. So the main Solana handle on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and so on. And there's and many more. There's Solana Conf. There's there's a number of Solana devs. So I kind of not loosely, I directly oversee those and the people that work on those things. And as part of that, it's like a lot of content. Like a lot of my life is organizing content. Luminaries is under my purview, which is a new you've joined. Which is our like new
what's the deal with that
creators.
For people that what is it? Because it's new on the timeline and people are like, well, what's happening? Like what was the what gave birth to this? Like what even, I guess you kind of came up with that idea together with a few other people maybe, but why and what is it?
Yeah, basically we wanted to we're trying to figure out how to talk to different audiences at the same time. And it's hard for the Solana handle to do that sometimes because we kind of oscillate between like institutional and catering to our retail audience. And so like you often see like, a very serious post followed by like a very dumb post, and that's kind of like the way we do it now. So we actually like basically greenlit the capital markets handle and the luminaries handle at the same time. And they're kind of both sides of the curve. Luminary is supposed to be like left curve view on Solana, just relentlessly bullish memes, making fun of Toli and Murd, and not making fun, but honoring them in different ways. Memes are an honor. Yeah, or both. Yeah. And then there's capital markets, which is like our most serious voice and handle. Like when you look at the content there, it's like it has like a different tonality to it. And oftentimes we're covering the same announcements. So we coordinate on the ETF stuff, and it's like, okay, here's a bunch of memes. Here's some serious posts, and the Solana main can amplify and then also add its own kind of like straight down the middle kind of voice. So yeah, that's those are things that I kind of work on. Yes, to your question about out of home, that's a campaign that Akshay and I built, but I kind of like oversaw the execution, all the copy, placements, and things
out
like that.
Out of home. I think people don't know. People don't know what
yeah.
it is. It's called out of home, and
yeah. The industry term for like billboards and like bus shelters, and like when you see like the brand appear outside of in like a city, it's out of home. So we put like Solana on taxi cabs, and I also put Solana on Wall Street. That was my project, obviously. I love the physical stuff.
That's cool. I mean, yeah,
so,
you do have a background.
There's a lot of and there's a number of, I don't know, like there's stuff that we do, and there's a lot of random stuff, but it's kind of like mostly just mostly it's like thinking about the narratives around Solana, where we are in this present day, where we might be going next, and then trying to like figure out how to catalyze a pipeline of attention towards that. Like last week's moment with Wall Street was this like beautiful confluence of a whole bunch of stuff that we've been talking about and planning for a long time, right? We put a pop-up there. We put a campaign all over Wall Street. We had the bell ringing, the ETF approvals. We had this awesome ad, the
one of the best ones.
Thank you. Yeah.
Really
like, we had and then when we were there on site, we had a photographer and videographer that allowed us to do this super fast turn Solana meets Wall Street video on Saturday. And so like we kind of like try to create this moment and try to own socials across all of crypto for some time period around some specific thing. Cool. That's the most fun stuff that we work on. Yeah.
That's actually, like, if you think about it, it's pretty huge. Like that we're actually there now at this moment where we can do things like this. I didn't, like even a year ago, it felt like far away. that level of kind of seriousness, especially a year ago. When other things were.
Need that, man. This is a I don't know, like maybe not today, but it's like this is a ecosystem that is worth tens of billions of dollars, that has founders building billion-dollar companies, making billions of dollars of revenue. It is a serious business, and there's a lot to continue to build upon. Like I truly think, and I'm probably delusional, but I truly think Solana deserves to be up there with Google and Nvidia and Tesla and these great companies. Like I think we have that opportunity, and we have the resources. We just need to put them together in the right way to get there. So
we also have the momentum, which is one of the most important factors in my opinion, which means kind of we're on the growth curve already in a slope. We're not down there anymore, kind of, where you're waiting for things to happen. No, we're actually, it gets crazier and crazier by the month. But what I find really crazy, people like hearing all this, because we're in our little echo chamber here, right? Like for us, this is all great. This is very amazing. But here are two interesting facts that I'm going to throw at you, and I want to get your take on it. One, just from my real life experience last night, sitting with a friend, tech guy, dev, like working in tech, did some crypto trading before. It was Terra Luna, stopped right after that. Never touched crypto again, right? So
exactly, and then like that. Yeah.
It happens. But smart guy, young guy, kind of in his mid-20s, zero idea what the fuck we're doing here. Because for him, it was just like, I was a bit of trading. That's what you can do with Solana, right? Like you buy some tokens, you sell some tokens. That's pretty much it. And I'm like, bro, like, I gave him like a 1 hour introduction to all kinds of projects and use case. And at the end, he was like, damn, this is pretty serious. I should probably like change career or something. That's where we ended up. But they don't know how do we make them understand you, because they're not on Twitter even. So it's great that you have luminaries. It's great that you have ICM account. It's great that Solana handle is huge, right? It's great that we have a bunch of creators doing Twitter messages, but that's our echo chamber. We need to get out reach the weak people. So how are we
I
doing?
mean, I think it's, I don't know. Like I think it's okay. Like I think that's pretty natural. Like I don't think that's inorganic. Like I mean, there are plenty of public companies that people invest in and they don't own the products. They don't understand what they do. Like how many people have invested in Oracle and could explain to you what Oracle does, right?
Yeah,
And they're one of the biggest companies on the planet. I think that's okay. Like ultimately those resources should, efficiently flow into growing the ecosystem and growing the touch points where people will find out about it one day. I don't think Solana, or we don't think of Solana Foundation as like being capable of generating that conversion from someone like holding Solana and then using the chain. Like that has to be done by products and by people building the ecosystem, and that we can catalyze that in different ways if we want, but it's not us probably doing the hard work. Like it or not, like Pump Fund is, an example of how people start to get connected into the ecosystem. Like, they build a great business that stands apart and alone, and people find out about it, and they hopefully start discovering other things that are possible. They're trying, yeah, but also like it doesn't have to be an operating system. Like it's like I think it's okay for for example, for Solana to be underlying a Western Union transaction for the end customer not to really appreciate the network that thing is built on. That's okay too, and so like there's probably a lot of people who use Solana in some app of theirs or some fashion and don't necessarily realize what it is or understand it. And I think that's kind of okay. We have to stop. I think we have a tendency, you and me and other like founders that have built in our space, to think like there's going to be some like moment where like your friends and the people around you like just know what this is and they kind of use it the way that we do. But I think it's it's much more likely that the vast majority of people will use crypto, but won't really use it the way that we use it, if you will.
Yeah. Interesting. I think there are apps like this already now, but they're still a niche. The apps that onboard people to crypto without knowing that it's crypto below. Like Polymarket might be a good example.
Exactly. Those examples in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you only know about that it's crypto if you only realize it's crypto when you go through their very broken experience of trying to deposit and participate in markets through Polygon. But like, I think Kalshi as well, which has a Solana integration, like that's great. Like, what's wrong with that? I think that's okay.
Makes sense. Yeah. All right. So besides all these great marketing pushes online, on Twitter, the out of home campaigns, we also have Breakpoint coming up, and I believe there's a lot of focus right now on that event. I think yourself, Polyatso, are working on a few Breakpoint related things, or is it not your department right
now? Yes, a lot of Breakpoint stuff right now. By the way, I just got a text from someone. We were talking before about something you can't share. Okay, I do know what you're talking about. I wasn't sure.
Okay, here you go. Yeah, we didn't say anything. We're good.
Oh no, we have something really cool. Like, trust me, there's something awesome coming. Yeah, no.
Okay,
I'm on it, bro. I'm on it.
Like what?
Yeah. So,
Breakpoint.
Cool. Yeah, Breakpoint. You know how funny it is that like how many Breakpoints have you been to?
I've been to 2 Breakpoints. Okay. Not so many, actually. Yeah.
This will be my 4th Breakpoint, I believe. And every year coming into it has literally felt like you get to your breaking point, and Breakpoint is just like relief, right? It's like, we're finally here, and we're all together.
Yeah. Is that where the name comes from?
Not for you.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm just thinking, like, is that the naming? Is that the backstory of the name?
I'm not sure, but it just has that effect. Like,
yeah, it's true.
And like that, you can see like what's like right now with this like super bearish timeline, and people are falling over each other left and right. Like it's, I think we're definitely getting to that spot. But yeah, we're focused on getting people to the event. We you might have seen the Solana Conf handle came a lot more alive in the last couple weeks. We've got like a video every like 2 or 3 days that we're going to publish about it. And what's cool is I'm watching the ticket sales. I'm not even joking. They're literally going like this. They're like the perfect startup graph. You know, people are just like, they don't book until the last minute, but I'm pretty sure we're going to sell at the event before the end of the month. And you know, programming the event, and it's a big deal, man. It's a tremendous amount of work. Thankfully, that I'm not in charge of that. That is Ellie, who you know.
Big shout out to Ellie for pulling
big shout out to Ellie.
Up like crazy. And it's not the only thing she does, right? Like she organizes other events as well, but then Breakpoint,
she does all the events. Yeah, she's a beast.
No, very happy that that's why I say like we should be very bullish on Solana Foundation, because there's great people in there that are pushing. They're literally pumping your bags, guys, indirectly, right? It's not their job to do that, but indirectly that's what happens. But with their fucking engagement and passion about all these things.
You're packing your bags. We're trying to get you to pack your bags so you can pump your bags. I don't know. Okay, never mind.
Exactly. Yeah, great, Vivo. Great. Thank you for that. Josh, cut that out. Okay, cool. So then, Vivo, for the remaining time we have, let's do another 10-15 minutes and then we wrap it up. Is that cool for you?
Sure.
So I only have a few more Vivo related things on my agenda here, because I mean, I could talk about Solana all day long, obviously.
What about you, man? What about you? What's going on with you, man? What's going on with Solid? I'm an investor.
Hey, what are you doing right now? Like, this is not how this works, my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't heard an update. I was curious, like, what's happening with your business?
I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, it's going. We make progress for sure, but I obviously on Sol Brothers, I'm usually not shilling Solana ID too much because of just to keep it
regulatory reasons.
And I just want to have kind of a clean cut. But no, it's going well. Like Simon's doing well on both fronts. Like Sol Brothers is going really great. I'm really happy that we're doing this podcast. So for everyone who's listening to this, thank you for supporting us, and make sure to subscribe our YouTube if you don't do that yet, because we're growing pretty well. We're putting a lot of effort actually in that pod as well, because it is a fun thing for us. It makes a lot of, and it helps everyone involved with Sol Brothers, and we have a great team as well in the back. But still, my baby is Solana ID. That is kind of where the majority of my actual brain energy flows into. And we do have a stage now where we make some money. We have some product market fit. We have customers. They run marketing campaigns using Solana ID targeting engine, and we have like some interesting product rollouts, as everyone in this quarter, obviously, that have been that we've been waiting for eagerly to push out. So that's great as well. But my journey is not the topic of discussion today, because this is staring Vibo today, and you have a very interesting track record yourself, Mr. Norby, because you did a lot of shit in your life, and you had a lot of ventures yourself. You're an entrepreneur by heart. To give a little bit of color to that, for people who don't know, Vibo did graduate from Hampshire College, and it is already there. Yeah, here we go. And that is famous for entrepreneurial spirit and education. So it already started with that. You had an early career as an engineer at startups that were acquired by MySpace afterwards, if I'm not mistaken. You also founded Origami Labs, a social network startup, and you've been part of the.
Where are you getting all this info from? I thought I deleted this from the internet. All this history.
We have Mike Quant. Like, I have Mike Quant. He's really good at that stuff. Origami Labs got acquired by Nest, and then I think you probably also were part of Nest for a while as lead engineer and product manager. You also used to wear glasses, Vibo. Where are your glasses? What's the story with that? What happened to your eyesight?
I got LASIK like 3 years ago. Yeah,
nice.
Finally, I wish I had gotten earlier. If you have bad eyes, just go get LASIK. It doesn't hurt. And it's
how easy is that? It's like invasive or not?
Dude, it literally takes like 10 minutes, like for both eyes, like 5 minutes an eye. You sit down.
Need glasses anymore.
What's that?
You don't need glasses anymore at all?
No.
Like, you don't need to wear glasses.
I have 20/20 vision. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had terrible vision. I had like a -3.5, -4.5 on each eye. I was blind. almost blind. And just,
Damn. I haven't
Yeah.
even heard that word before. I don't even know what LASIK is, but I assume it's just lasering
Laser
your
eye
eyes.
correction. They literally
Yeah.
point a laser, they burn your retina, and they.
That sounds fun.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's insane.
Damn. And then
You've never heard
how
that?
does
It's
it
been
feel
around
like?
for a long time. It
I mean,
doesn't.
I know that
It feels like
lasering
nothing.
thing.
It feels like nothing. You can't feel it.
Yeah, but I want to hear about the emotional impact of opening your eyes and being like, "Damn, I can see again." Like, is it?
Oh.
How does it? Or it was not that crazy
Oh
because
yeah.
it wasn't that
Well,
bad.
you. No, well, I had a couple days that you have a couple days of recovery. It's like you're like not during the surgery, but afterwards, your eyes hurt a lot, and you're like you're kind of like tearing up all the time. But like it takes a while. I was wearing glasses since I was probably like 5 years old, like I was a kid. So it takes a while to like stop like reaching for your glasses when you wake up in the morning, or like trying to adjust them. Like you kind of like have these like I was like adjusting my face for a while, even though there was nothing there.
Okay.
But no, like no, I don't know, like it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's remarkable. It is
Nice. Okay,
this
so
is possible. Yeah.
first fun fact we learned about Vibo today: he has LASIK and can see perfectly now. More fun facts. Vibo's also approaching his 10th year anniversary for his marriage, I suppose. Is that kind of in the right direction? Shouldn't?
Oh, we had our
like
10-year anniversary this year. Yeah, we already had it.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Wow, I don't even know. This is bad. This is bad, bro.
You're like, I don't even know these things.
No,
Bro,
we need to scrub the internet better.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're not really doing it a favor right now. Last fun fact: Vibo also won a Golden State Warriors team autographed basketball in 2016 for making it in a granny shot from the free throw line. What the fuck is that about? Is that accurate or is that made
I
up?
did. No, that's true. It's like let me see if I can grab it 1 second.
Okay, let's get that thing. I have no idea what I just read because I'm not familiar with basketball. So I don't even know what a granny shot is. So that's just like shame on me. But yeah, Vibo's are now getting his autograph. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So it's this ball is signed by the entire 2017 Golden State Warriors team. It's signed by Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant.
So how do you get this?
Draymond Green, Steve Kerr. Yeah, I was a season ticket holder of the Warriors when I was living in San Francisco, and they called me one day and they asked if I wanted to like participate in one of their like in between quarters or whatever, like they do something on the court. So yeah, they came up and they made me shoot a underhanded free throw. So like usually you shoot like this, but I was shooting like this.
Yeah.
From the free throw line, and I made the shot, and they gave me this incredible ball. So it's like my most prized possession. Please do not take this.
Hell yeah. Do you think it has worth? Probably. It must have some.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right. Another fun fact, ladies and gentlemen. We also have a comment here that says unleash the Vibo laser eye memes immediately. So yeah, we should get some Vibo laser eye memes on Twitter for his laser eyesight. That'd be great as well.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I get it.
Now,
I get it.
I have like a few kind of quick questions that you don't need to answer with long, elaborate answers. But I think they are interesting facts about some life advice from you. One would be looking at your interesting track record of kind of making it through life. Like in a very interesting way. Like you made it, like you're working a really cool job right now. You had multiple exits. You did a bunch of cool stuff. You have, I think, a happy marriage. Hopefully, like you do your 10 years with your wife, which is great. You have a family. Like you're doing all right. So I think you can definitely work as some sort of role model for young entrepreneurs. Looking to having a good successful life. And what's one quality, Vibo, that a young man needs in his 20s, early 20s, or end of his teenage years? I don't want to hear, the whole fucking whatever they need to do. I want to hear like one quality. It's more like a personality trait. It could be a character trait. That's not born. You're not born with that. You can learn it. Is there anything that you have that helped you to go through that fucking journey and lead you where you are at now? What would that one quality be? And after that, I will ask the question that Akshay just wrote in the chat here. But we get to that after. Go ahead.
Oh, my boss is in the chat. Oh no. One quality.
Precious. Yeah. One characteristic, one personality trait, one. I mean, you need to have it as well, because otherwise it makes no sense. So it's something that helped you to go through life and arrive where you are right now.
Probably a deep dissatisfaction or maybe anger. I think
You go ahead, please go ahead. I'm not gonna disturb you.
No, I feel like I don't know, like I mean, I thought about it less right now, but like when I was building Beta, which was like for a long time, like the crowning achievement of my life, like I remember having a lot of introspection and thinking through my childhood, and you kind of like, you know, the company acts as like kind of therapy in a way. I just remember thinking like somehow my parents, who are wonderful people, but you know, they left me with like a lot of questions, and thankfully you didn't discover a lot of things about me. Your research is good, but maybe not that good.
Well, maybe I'm just polite.
But yeah, like no, maybe. But yeah, I feel like I don't know, it was like insanely kind of driven, and a lot of that just came from feeling like at all moments of my life, I just had this trait, like there's nothing else that someone else could do better than me, and I'm going to prove that. And I don't know, like I still have that today, and you just get better at like covering up these like these childhood ideas, but they never really leave your brain necessarily. So yeah, yeah, that's probably, I don't know, it's not really the best explanation, but I need some red wine or something.
I think we're getting there. I think it's an interesting answer. I didn't expect that. Molu says as a reaction to that question in the comments right now, I hate him so much. So I think he's trying to practice the anger part of your. Just like, I hate him so much. I don't know if that's the way you.
Anger is not hatred. Anger is passion. Yeah.
Okay. Directed anger can be passionate, and
with a deep part of joy too. Like I feel like, you know, I always can love somebody, and or even if I don't agree with their you know, what they're doing or their view, or I think that they're stupid, I still may love them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we need to continue this with a bit more wine. But I do like that answer. Next question is, ask him why he doesn't have any Roblox stock.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I actually have no idea what
this Akshay, right? Yeah, I just told him the story the other day. No, my first job out of college was working at Roblox, and there were, I don't know, like 15, 20 people there at the time. It was a very small company in Redwood City. And I was like I got like way too involved with the community. Like I was moderating the forums in addition to like writing code. And because I worked there, like I had like the ability to do things with my account that other people couldn't do. And one day I was 20 years old, so I was not like fully formed brain, but
continue.
And there was no like, we weren't using like GitHub back then. Like there was no version. It wasn't like you just pushed code, you committed it to Microsoft, whatever we're using. And so I put a piece of code that let me customize my character and my profile in ways that other people couldn't. And I came into work the next day, and the CTO of the company, Eric, rest in peace, and my engineering manager Keith brought me into this conference room, and I was terrified. And they're like, hey, you like we're looking through the like updates from yesterday, and we found this piece of code, and just so you know, like this code could have been used to like exploit our economy, and like it gave people a backdoor into our systems, and so basically, unfortunately, like we can't, we love you, but we can't have you here. You're like, I basically like they were letting me go for this thing, and yeah, and that was 9 months into my tenure. So he asked me like, oh, I must have made a bunch of money from Roblox stocks. I was like, no, I never vested a single share because I had a year cliff. And I did this like stupid thing trying to impress the community, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't I don't know if there was a good idea to tell that to Akshay, like with access to like the Solana handle and all that power you have right now. I hope you learn from your failures, Mr. Normie. Like, we don't want to, just don't break it. Like pump him, not dump him. Okay. Like we need you to help us grow, not.
There's a little bit of like, I don't know. I feel like I appreciate that part of my life more and more because it's important to find like, I mean, I don't know, like it's important to have fun and break things and
to an extent.
To an extent. But yeah, that is why I don't have any Roblox shares, unfortunately.
All right, that is some really amazing Vibu lore. Guys, we're going to bring it to an end now. We're going to close it off because it's been an hour, and I want to also respect Vibu's time here because he does have shit to do, including myself as well, and everyone who's listening as well. So you guys go out there again and move some pieces and make this ecosystem grow as a community. And this was Sol Brothers special with Vibu, the most famous mid-tier manager at Solana Foundation, who is besides that also managing most of the content related things right now and is the brain behind all these interesting new campaigns, because I can tell that it is different since you're there, which is I think very good, because otherwise you may ask yourself the question, what the fuck is this man doing? But no, like there is, things are moving and I see a lot of new initiatives and it's working. So that's great. Guys, if you want to learn more about Vibu, his handle is actually really, really easy. It's just at Vibu with a BHU at the end on Twitter. That's where you can find him. Give him a follow. Go into his posts and shit post a few comments below his shit posts. That's what we love. And also make sure to follow Solana and sorry, fuck my life. Cut that out, Josh. Make sure to follow Sol Brothers on X and also subscribe to our YouTube account because we are shipping more of these interesting interviews for you in the next weeks. Usually every week there's at least one interview and 2 episodes on Sol Brothers. So if you want to be informed about the latest and greatest and get to know some of the personalities on Solana, make sure to subscribe to Sol Brothers. Now, this was fun. Thanks, Vibu, for joining. Really appreciate your time here. And I think everyone else also had a lot of fun. I have a lot of positive comments in the live stream section right now about this conversation because people learned something new here, which is, always good and had some fun. So Vibu, thank you so much.
Thank you, Simon.
Awesome. That's a cut. So we're still live. But at least we're going to cut this for the episode. So what happens after for everyone, including yourself, Vibu, we're going to cut this up into a nice polished YouTube episode. So this goes out on YouTube. You will see some shorts from spicy things Vibu said, clipped into short clips that will also go out on YouTube Shorts and on Twitter. And we will also put this obviously on Spotify and Apple Podcast if you prefer to listen to the voice and not watch us yap. So that's the next steps. I think I have everything from your side, Vibu. We have your pick from Twitter. That's what we're going to use for the thumbnail. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. It was fun. It was fun chatting. Definitely. Anything else you want to say to the people here? We have like Will says, Okibai, Molo says, real question is how to get that handle. How you got that handle, Vibu?
Oh, I signed up for Twitter in April 2008 when no one else was using it. So.
Yeah, there's this fucker with like Simon. He signed up in 2006. I was like,
did you see my Instagram handle? Have you seen my Instagram handle?
I think I did. Is it Vibu?
No, it's just VIB. Yeah.
Yeah, Vip. Yeah, true. I just tried to tag you.
I signed up on like basically day one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah, because you've been in that space back then. I mean, you had your own social
I did,
network.
Yeah.
So Okay. Molo says great interview, so that's great. Amazing run on Vivo and so real on the anger frustration of wanting more. Yeah,
Are you
like
angry,
is this
Simon?
yeah,
What makes
a
you
little.
angry?
I think we're all founders are mostly on ourselves, and things that are not working the way we want them to work.
Thing is, I think we channel anger into work instead of into
Yep.
narcotics.
In productive things. Yeah, into productive things. Hopefully, until
Hopefully.
one day. But that is actually a good point. Like, how do you not get insane after a while? Like,
when I'm like frustrated, like the only thing I want to do is work through the problem. Like I just work extra hard. Like when I'm happy, I'm much less effective.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And is that something that came from your childhood, or
probably? Yeah.
Yeah. And if someone doesn't have that from the childhood, how do they get that quality? Like, if, like
you
that's
can't.
because
You can't. You have to find your own trauma.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's important for people to go through hard times. Really, it's really important.
Embrace the suffering, guys. And attract it as comfort. Anyway, Vivo, thanks so much. I'm going to send you off into your day so you can get some shit done. Yeah, thanks for coming on. So I'm going to close the live stream. Guys, thank you so much for joining. We'll see you at the next one.